Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to SketchUp for 3D Design. This is our third tutorial, third episode in the series. I am going to put this emblem on this keychain or backpack tag or whatever we want to call it. Now, one thing when you select a graphic and video game character, a cartoon character, a logo, whatever, something. Um, it needs to be a graphic, though, not words. I mean, it can be words, but I would like you to also have a graphic with it. So some kind of symbol that goes with it. Um, Also, be thinking about how this would look in 3D. Like this particular emblem, it looks like a photo. I can't duplicate that exactly. So just think about 3D design, especially in SketchUp, is typically fairly flat, square, straight, not very smooth, definitely not sculpted. So be thinking about that. So once you import your graphic, and the way you do that is first go online. This is what I did. I did a search for Corvette Stingray C7 logo, and I went to images and just looked. This is the one I used. Just looked at my options. You can see here's like a 3D. This is a 3D Corvette logo. So I'm looking for something that would look good on a keychain, basically, right? And so I think just that Stingray logo looks the best, or would be the best. So what I did is I right-clicked, save image as, make sure it's a JPEG and not a website, not a web. Yeah, not a website. Make sure it's a picture, and then I downloaded it. I saved it. Now in SketchUp, I just go to 3 lines, basically File, Import from my device, click it, open it as an image, and then simply click it once and then size it about what you want. I might go ahead and just make this one smaller because it's going to be about here. That's just going to be a lot easier. Not crazy easier, because it's easy enough to scale. So I'm going to move, and you can do the same thing here. You can move your image. Ideally, it's going to go on top. Hopefully, I would like this to go on top. Looks like it's on the bottom. It's close, but it's not like on the top. However. So if that's the case, it's not a big deal. It's going to be 3D shortly. So I think what I'm going to do is scale it a little bit more. We'll get it to click it once, green dots. Scale it to the size that's going to fit. So unfortunately, I have to go, I think I might have made my keychain just a little too skinny, because you see that's pretty wider than the thing, but I don't want it to be short. I should have made my keychain wider, because I like that size. So what if, man, so here's an idea for me anyway. I might have those wings sticking out wider than the actual keychain. That might be kind of cool. So I'm going to play with this. So right now it's easier for me to design it off of the keychain, and then I'll make it 3D, group it, and then move it on top of this one. First of all, let me just make sure my keychain is a group. It's not. So before I mess it up, I'm going to highlight the keychain, right-click, make it a group. Okay, so now it's locked. Then I'm going to go into this design, and I'm going to draw it the best I can. I want, yeah, I'm going to go here, go straight across. I can delete that other line if I need to. Yeah. And go back up to, this is, I'm going to try to go even. So somewhere around here. Might be a little interesting. What I want to do is maybe use the 2-point arc tool, although that's pretty pointed. Let me see if I can do that on this. It's more pointed than that, so I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm going to have to draw it. And I know it looks like it's a little off, which it is. I also want to model information. I want to take, length snapping is off. I don't want length snapping on. I want to be able to, I also don't like, it might be the angle units. Yeah, I don't want angle snapping. Let me turn that off if I can. Can I turn it off? 0. There we go. Angle snapping's off. Now this should make it just a little bit smoother. And the more I zoom in, it does definitely kind of snap. So I'm going to go as smooth as I can here. That's not bad. And it should come to a, should come to a point out here, somewhere in the middle. Oh, in the middle. So this is just me. This is just my design. But you can learn from how I'm doing mine. That's pretty good. And I think there is a flip option. I think if I make this a group, can I flip it? Come on, obey. Sometimes it's hard to get it to go the way, because I want it to be exactly the same on the other side. I'm thinking there's a flip option, but I don't want the whole thing. I just want just that. Yes, let's make this a group before I mess it up. Let's see if I can right click and where did I see flip? Flip. Let me look at all my tools. Flip right there. Bink. Oh, then it's going to ask me which way I want to flip. I think it's this one. Oh, no, I want to duplicate it first. So do I need to, oh, okay, undo. I need to, oh, no. I don't want to flip anymore. I want to control, I want to copy and paste, make another one. There we go. Now I want to flip this one. Flip that way. Yes. And then move. And I should just snap that corner to that corner like that. So that is how you make, so you copy and paste. If you need to duplicate anything and mirror image it, basically, I just basically flipped. So that is, I didn't have to guess. It's going to be exact. Oh, but while I'm down here, I also don't need these to be separate shapes. So I'm going to get rid of those lines. Okay. And to start with, what you want to do is just outline, and you notice it disappears because it becomes a solid line. This could get actually a little more complicated than I thought. I'll do my best. That's all you can really do. So I'm going to try to kind of figure out what shape this is in here. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be close. It's all good. And we're going to go around the outside. So once you go around the outside, then what you can do is you can use X-ray mode. So you can see, I don't like that. I'm going to go Control Z twice. I'm going to try to go a little closer. I wish I could go a little more accurately, smoothly. But remember, we're zoomed way in. So these little millimeters are going to look smooth once we zoom out. Okay, we have a little bit of a curve here. Whoops, that was bad. Undo. So, yeah, sorry, you don't need to necessarily watch me do all of this. So, I'll be back shortly. All right, so once I do the outline, I look at it from top view just to see how far off I was. And I really should have probably mirrored that side. just like I did the other. So I think I'm going to go straight down the middle and delete all of this. I can just highlight pretty much the whole side. I don't want any of that. It's going to look better if it's exactly the same. So this, I wonder if I can, without grouping it, copy paste. Let me just see. Yeah, I think I can do this without grouping it. Let's put this here, and then we can flip it, click the middle green thing, I think. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there we go. Am I close? And then move it, move. And I should be able to snap this corner to that. It looks off though, doesn't it? Does not look straight. Okay, well that's close. It wasn't exactly straight. So a little bit of work to do there. Let's see if I can look at it from, it's better. What you didn't see off camera was that it wasn't solid for a little bit, and that's because some of my lines were sticking straight up in the air. And here's another example. See, why is that not solid? So the first thing I do is look to see if there's any weird lines that are sticking straight up or down, and that's a common cause of something not being solid. But why that's not filling in? It does look good. I think it's off though. I do think the whole thing should be right there, that little loop, that bump, it should happen right here, which is this. So it's a little bit off. It's okay, but it's not the same. The biggest problem is it's not a, these are shapes, but this is not a shape. The middle thing, is that a shape? No, I don't think that's it. I need to fill that in. So let me draw a line. So I'm just looking for any place where I need to fill it in. And honestly, the best way to do this is just start dividing it in half. So if you just draw a line straight across, make sure you connect to the edges. I don't know, sometimes it just works. Like it fixed it, you know? So, and then you can go back, this is interesting, you can go back and delete that line. Sometimes it doesn't work and it goes back to the way it was, but sometimes it works. So I like this. I do think I need to move this over because it doesn't match this side. And that's tough because that means the whole thing is kind of off, honestly. Or, you know, the only thing that's not symmetrical really is the tail. If I made the tail wider, what if I drew, I mean, it's not, I think if I just go straight down to this right here, that's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be straight though. That's not, see that? It's not straight. It's not straight. So I've got some things to work on. So let me go do that right now. All right, so I basically have this line that goes straight, and I know that because it was on the red axis. I think the picture was just off. You know, when people take photographs of things, it's not perfectly, you can see it's not straight. So they took the picture of the logo from a car and it was not quite straight, which is makes sense. It's easy to do. I'm going to just start with like a point and then I'm going to make it better. But that is definitely more centered. Now the question comes up, how do I, now that those are shapes, how do I see what to design? I can't see underneath of it. Yes, you can. We're going to go over to styles, which is this one right here, styles, and go to search, default styles, second row, second over. It's called X-ray mode. See how cool that is? So I can see right through my SketchUp shapes. I can also see my lines that I've drawn, both. So if I need to see any detail, which on the tail, there's probably not much. I'm not sure what to do with that. But you have to also think in terms of 3D printing. If this is for 3D printing, you can see there's a 3D edge already here on this design. Plus there's all these things, which I need to make sure are centered. And they're not. So, but I think I could probably work on, if I just make one side, and then I'll just flip it. Now that I know how to flip, let's make sure that's flat. Sometimes to make sure it's drawing flat, sometimes I want to look at it kind of side view like this to make sure that I'm not drawing straight up in the air. So we're just trying to follow these designs. And again, you have to think in terms of 3D printing. So like, what am I trying to accomplish here? Like, I know if you haven't done a lot of 3D printing, you're maybe not sure what I'm talking about, but the 3D printer can't print lines. I have to make shapes, and then I have to pull them up or push them down to make them 3D. I have to make them 3D. This is not 2D design. See, so far, this is just a 2D. The 3D printer would not even know what to do. There's nothing here. So this is just the start, and I have to come up with a cool pattern here that is going to be three-dimensional. And that's what I'm working towards. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about the Stingray logo. I've got the keychain here and the logo here. And I think it looks really cool. I did not do much in here. There is more design here than what I did. I just think I kind of lost steam, lost a little interest in doing anything else. I think this is cool enough. I think. I do have a question whether the 3D printer is really going to do much with this. I may need to exaggerate the 3D a bit more, because even this little cool, I spent quite a bit of time getting this shape. Look at this shape. This is not easy to get that angle. And then on the other end, I played around with different slopes here until I liked it, and then it's peaked in the middle. It's kind of cool. That is not on the original design. I just thought it looks cool. So, you know, with 3D design, you need to have 3D stuff. So I'm like, down the middle, I'll just do like a trim piece. It's like a car chrome trim piece off of an old car from the 50s or 60s. You know, I don't know. The shape is cool enough, but with a little bit of 3D, it'll be even better. Now, the keychain. Just want to make a quick note of this. I did widen it. It was a group. Let me regroup it. Turns out, with a group, if you go to scale and you grab the middle dot, because it's the right length already, but it wasn't wide enough. It was literally like this, and my logo hung over the edge. And I thought at first, that's pretty cool. But then I'm like, no, it's not. That it should fit. Then I thought maybe I should just punch a hole in the stingray and make that the keychain, because just that, like that is cool, right? But I don't know if I want a hole in that. I still might, but I think I want it to sit on top of this. And so what I did is, with this as a group, I went to the scale and I just grabbed the middle and pulled it out. Um, it did make the circle, it did make this hole here an oval. But what I did is I just remade the hole. It wasn't that hard. So then with the logo highlighted as a group, I just move it over and kind of get it centered here where I like it. Make sure it's sitting where you want it. I think mine's a little too close to the edge, or I just need to widen this just a little bit. So that's the thing. You can custom widen it. That looks good. So I think that printed would be pretty sweet. I like it. Now, will I actually use it as a keychain? I don't know, but it would be cool hanging off of a backpack or a jacket zipper or something. And if I print the stingray silver and the keychain black or red or something else, it would look pretty cool. So I'm going to now go to File, Download as an STL file so I can 3D print it. And if you're doing the same thing, which you are, if you're one of my students, your logo will be on your backpack, on the keychain tag. Once they're together like this, you'll do the same thing. Download it as an STL file, email it to me as an attachment. I need the actual STL file so that I can 3D print it, and I can't wait to see what these things look like, including my own, but mostly yours. I want to see how they work out. It's fun to walk around school and see backpack tags from my class, and they're all over the place. So it's great, and we're going to add yours to it. So that is it for this assignment. We're done. Let's get these printed and see how they look and go from there. So thanks for playing along with me. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.